All righty. All right, let me give y'all a chance to get here. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. Play y'all little elevator music while we waiting. Okay, okay, yeah, Dunzel, he say I'm back, I'm back. Just subscribe to thank you, Dunzel. I appreciate you. Let me get them. We're gonna wait a few minutes, give everybody a chance to come on back in. And then what time it is? 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock central y'all time. Some of y'all. Guess I could play y'all a little tunes while we waiting for it to come in. Hey, precious pieces, welcome in, welcome in. Okay, what did I do? Okay, let me share this video. We're gonna go ahead and get started. As soon as I cut this music off. All right, let's get started. Let me share this juice recipe. And y'all let me know if this sound is better. Yes, I do done.
So blessed and so lucky to have him on hand with us. How are you?
I'm doing good. And I see you got the situation set up good. So I'm happy. I'm excited.
I am set up, A-type personality, I guess, but this is good. I am so excited. So this is Yaki's geogenetic juice, a cellular detoxing juice. I'll let him talk about it, but I think he did this for 120 days, cleansed his body, healed his body of so many things. So I can't wait to learn more about this recipe.
Okay. So this is called the Doctor's Yakai's geogenetic juice. I actually use this to flush, detoxify my body of metals, of all types of stuff, toxemia, and it helped me rebalance everything. And I'm gonna go through this stuff with y'all and show you what we did. But this is
Yeah,
the
it does
juice.
look
Right
good.
now, we probably got about 2.3 million people on this juice as we speak. The juice went viral. We got millions of views on this juice. A bunch of clinical data on this juice. People reporting for us every day of them getting rid of diabetes, them getting rid of hypertension, they cleansing their kidneys. We even had a few people that was going into kidney failure on dialysis that was able to like really get off of that and regenerate their kidneys off of this juice. So it worked. It healed my heart's I had scar tissue on my heart. Of course, I attacked my heart at 21. I had diabetes, I had toenail fungus, I had fingernail fungus, I had fatty liver disease, and my kidneys was not functioning properly. With this juice and just studying all the ingredients, all the phytochemicals and what it does to the body, it will make you whole again. And if you don't believe me, just try it. Always experience and try it for yourself.
Yeah, okay, this is incredible. So how many ingredients do we have here? We have cilantro and parsley, right? So we'll start with those.
Okay.
So parsley, how much should I do of this?
So parsley, with the parsley, make sure you get a handful.
Okay, and this is washed. Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about parsley is parsley have the phytochemicals in it to actually cleanse out the nephrons of the kidney. So parsley is to cleanse and to flush the kidneys out. So if you're dealing with any type of calcium buildup in the bones, in the blood, any type of
What's
kidney
going on,
stones due to parsley.
badass?
It's very, very important to cleanse the kidneys because that's what all metabolic waste go to for you to empty the waste by way of the urine. So if you want to cleanse the body, you have to get the kidneys and adrenals online. And by far, parsley is my number one herbs to get the kidneys filtrating.
No way. It's your number one herb for the kidneys.
My number one.
Incredible. And it tastes really good too.
Tastes amazing.
Yeah. And it's still beneficial too, right?
Yes.
Even if we eat it, chop it into.
Very beneficial.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why you see like in most of your Italian salads, that's what they put in the salads, parsley. And then if you start getting into like more your Greek salads, they add cilantro on it too. So when you start really studying ancient cultures and how they put things on their plate, everything was very, very purposeful. So they always had something to cleanse metals. They always had something for urination and to basically increase or make something diuretic. They always had something for the immune system. And that's basically what this juice is. It's an overall body detox, but it's a rebuilder as well.
Yeah, and that's what we have to go back to, the ancient ways, right? Where they were doing things where we didn't have as many diseases and cancer and all these things today. And the cilantro.
Cilantro is a metal detoxifier. We all have metals inside of our bloodstream from the chemtrails, from the contrails. We got it from the metals that's inside of the soil that is actually being picked up by way of biophotomodulation or what we call photosynthesis when our plants are being grown. Also, metals come from heavy crop. Even it's metals inside of rain now.
No
so
way.
Yes, the rain is acidic and the rain have metals in it.
You got to be kidding me.
And if you get on, you start searching this stuff, you will see that we have heavy metal toxicity, and heavy metal toxicity brings on so many detoxification symptoms that we call disease. For instance, if you get into autism is a heavy metal and a mercury toxicity. So when you remove the body of heavy metals and mercury, you will see nonverbal autistic children be able to speak again. Have a lot to do with kidney damage, have a lot to do with heart failure, have a lot to do with your teeth too as well. So cilantro is one of my number one metal removers. It's a metal remover. Now, when you mix cilantro with another one, we're going to talk about it creates a binder. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to be detoxifying the body and just constantly detoxifying, but you don't have nothing to bind to the toxins to leave out of the body through poop or through your urination. So it's a binder in here too, and we're going to talk about that.
Oh, okay. So how much cilantro?
Cilantro, handful.
A handful. Okay, cool.
Yep.
We were there in Paris. Exclusive events and incredible restaurants. Nights at the Sapphire Lounge on the Seine. Heaven.
Experience the world as an insider. From exclusive lounges to immersive dining experiences.
Let me get y'all through this commercial. Here we go. Okay. I can skip it
Less
now.
fuss. It's the little.
All right.
Okay.
Mhm.
A little bit more. There we
Uh-huh.
go.
Yeah, we got
Okay.
a lot of metals to
Yeah.
remove.
Yeah. All right. What should we do next?
You just pick.
Yeah. Okay.
What
So
you
say
want.
the cucumbers.
All right, so
Let's do.
cucumbers. Cucumbers are your electrolyte present foods. If you want to rebalance the electrolytes and you want to hydrate the cells, you want to hydrate the body, you want to help purify the blood, cucumbers. Cucumbers
Wow.
come from it's a melon. It actually
Great, yes, badass. Great point he making. Badass telling y'all, make sure you go check with your primary care physician to make sure that you're not allergic to some of these herbs. And if you are, do you some alternatives, or if you're on medication, that may cause interactions with this stuff. Make sure you consult your physician. Always consult your physician before you do any lifestyle changes. Thank you, badass, for reminding us to do that. Appreciate you.
come from the cucurbitol family. That's where watermelons come from. Your original
Yeah.
watermelon was actually an ancient cucumber.
No way.
Yes.
I'm like, no way every 2 minutes, but I
Yeah.
learned so much from you.
So cucumbers are beautiful, beautiful melons. It's actually a part of the squash family as well, but squashes or melons. So this is going to give you all your electrolytes. It's going to hydrate the cells. It's going to open the kidneys up. And it's basically like a lubricator of the cells. You have to remember,
Welcome back,
whenever you
Zeta
wake up in the
Rose.
morning, you have to
Welcome back.
lubricate and help the electricity move throughout the body. This is what cucumbers do.
Yeah. And when our cells feel good, we feel
Yeah,
good,
because
right?
you are made of your cells.
Yeah.
So definitely get the cucumbers in there. I
Okay.
love
So
cucumbers.
2 peeled cucumbers,
Yes,
right?
peel. And the reason
Okay.
why you peel them, because the digestive enzymes in our glycobiome is it's hard for our glycobiome to actually break down the actual skin of melons. So you never see nobody eat watermelon skin.
No.
You never see nobody eat cantaloupe skin.
No.
So why would you eat the cucumber skin when they are all a part of the melon family?
So even in salad, you peel it?
And I didn't know that.
In the salad, I chop it up. So I still eat the ring around it, but I'm not
Mm-hmm.
putting the whole cucumber in my salad. But in the juice, I just get rid of it.
Yeah.
So what I say is you can do 50-50, but I mean, if you're trying to heal, you don't want anything interfering with the digestive process of your food because you are detoxing, just take the skin off of it.
Yeah. Okay. And celery, right? A whole thing of celery?
So with this celery, this is a big celery bundle. So we
Take a couple off?
Yeah, take a couple.
Yeah,
Let's do
okay.
about 3 of them. Now, celery is what you need for sodium. There's this whole
Me too,
sodium
Zeta.
9 go against sodium movement is a theory. You need sodium. You cannot survive without sodium. We are salt water creatures. We're not freshwater creatures. We're sodium creatures. We're saltwater creatures. We have salt in our blood. We have salt in our veins. We have salt in our lymphatic system. And we have a bunch of salt and potassium ratios inside of each 150 trillion
Welcome
cells
back,
that make up our
DIA.
body. You need salt. Not only do you need salt for the electrical system, you need salt for your nerves, and you need salt to help bring in water. So without salt, you have no hydration. In fact, the body does not need minerals. The body take those minerals, combine them into mineral salts. And then those mineral salts is how you get all of your responses and electrical reactions from the electrolytes. You get a bunch of inorganic mineral salts from celery. And celery is known to lower blood pressure. So now you have to ask yourself a question. If sodium heightens or increases hypertension, then why is celery full of so much sodium? But if you do a celery juice fast, it lowers your blood pressure.
Fascinating.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we've
Welcome
been
back,
taking in the
FR.
wrong salts. And these are iodized salt that have been made and been compromised by the big food industry. When you do natural salt that's already naturally accumulated in the food, it actually does the body good. It is good for the salt potassium pump ratios inside of the cells. It helps lowers the blood system, and it keeps you that saltwater creature that you are, and it brings in more water. Remember, salt draws water in.
You know
if
so much.
So if you want to hydrate, salt.
Okay. Wow. See, people think the opposite. So
Mute that till that commercial goes away. So we ain't doing that. We ain't doing the commercials. All right, here we go.
sometimes I consume an iodized sea salt from Greece, like a natural one. Do you
Yes.
think that that's okay?
That's cool to supplement with. There's another one that we use, which is Celtic salt. The Celtic salt is one of your true sea salts, but it have to be handcrafted from the ocean though. So when they start using the machines and stuff, that's where you start getting the metal toxicity and you start getting the mercury toxicity. So there's a place in France I will give you can put it in the link from Amazon. Don't buy it all up from us, y'all. But we use those, and they literally handpick the salt from the sea.
Okay, I'm ordering that.
Some of the best Celtic salt ever.
Wow.
And I do a teaspoon of that every day when I get up. Teaspoon of that cayenne pepper, and I put it in some coconut oil, and then right after I do that, I do 2 tablespoons of olive oil every single day when I wake up.
Really? With the why? What does the olive oil do?
So the olive oil is so amazing. Olive oil is for the brain. These are fatty acids that you need. Like these are the good unsaturated, saturated fats that you need. It's good for the brain. It's good for the blood. And there's a study showing that they did a period of time where people were taking olive oil throughout the day, and they lived longer, and they did not get heart disease due to the ones that didn't. And coconut oil is good too. It's antimicrobial, antibacterial, got probiotics in it. I mean, these 2 oils are amazing. So olive oil and coconut oil, at least get a tablespoon or 2 in a day.
Okay. And sorry, did you say 3 stalks or like a smaller bunch like
so
this?
You can
Which
do
one?
3 stalks.
Okay.
Three
so
stalks.
just a few stalks.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. And okay, before we got into this video, I was telling you that for a while I was juicing fruit juice, like big fruit juices all through the morning and into the afternoon for a while, like orange juice, grape juice, like high natural sugar juices. And then I recently realized like that was starting to affect me.
Yes.
And I was checking my blood sugars, and I realized they were actually pretty high.
Yes.
So what do you think about that since I've stopped doing that? But what are your thoughts on that?
So my thoughts on that is you should never, for one, juicing your fruits is okay, but it can give you hyperglycemia. Well, I say juice vegetables, and you can juice low glycemic fruits. But when you start juicing high glycemic fruits like oranges and things like that, it will, especially grapes. I don't recommend anybody juicing grapes.
Because it put my blood sugar to, I think, 250 or 260 when I juiced the grapes. And I've recently been dealing with having some nerve issues, and then I stopped that because I was like, I think it's from having the crazy high in the mornings.
Yeah. So if you look at grapes and you look at oranges, they're very good for you. But the Creator created you to eat those whole. The moment you juice them, you take away all of the fiber in them. And when you take away the fiber and cellulose, you don't have nothing in there to slowly release that sugar. So whenever you say all of the fiber and stuff is leaving now, this is what slowly releases the sugar. And luckily, we mixing these apples and citric fruit with vegetables. So we mixing them together. We have something to help slowly release everything. When you just juice high fructose sugar like that, what happens is since the fiber is removed and you don't have any barrier fiber, all of the sugar gets released into the bloodstream by way of the duodenum real fast, and that's what spikes your sugar.
Yeah, and that can cause problems, right?
Yeah.
Even though it's like the natural stuff.
Yes,
yeah.
I mean, because think about it. Back then, people weren't juicing.
No.
They wouldn't.
Like, let's face it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do a lemon,
Yes, a
right?
lemon. Yep, whole lemon with skin.
A whole lemon with skin?
Yep, with the skin. Yep,
And you do 7 green apples?
Yep, Granny Smith apples. And the reason why we use the Granny Smith apples because these are astringent apples. They pull on toxins. Not only that, they're good for fermenting. So if you have any type of gallbladder stones, you have any type of liver cyst, you have any type of stones built up in the hepatic duct, this is going to ferment and start breaking it down. That's why most people that be on the juice for 7 to 10 days, they start seeing these little green pellets in the toilet, and them are gallstones. And that's what the apples do.
That's incredible. So people notice big differences on this juice.
Big differences.
That's so
All
awesome.
y'all got to do is go to my Instagram and look on the geogenetic. It's all testimonies under there.
Yeah. Okay. That's incredible.
Yes.
And then, so we do
Ginger, a thumb of ginger.
Yeah.
And the good thing about the ginger, we usually skin the ginger, but we ain't gonna skin it today.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's okay, but the ginger is good because the ginger have a compound in there called gingerbane. And gingerbane is a natural digestive enzyme. So it helps you not only break down your food, but since you're breaking down your food, now it helps you regulate your digestive system. Ginger is good for the heart. Ginger is good for stimulating digestive enzymes. Ginger is good for cleansing the blood. Ginger, again, is antibacterial. It's probiotic that makes you bring postbiotics. Ginger is amazing for the heart. Ginger is all around. It's a good probiotic. And then we always push probiotics over antibiotics, always.
Yeah, that's a win right there. And the cayenne, do you put it in with the juicer or after?
Yes. So it's best to put it in after. So once everything is juiced, we're going to put the cayenne pepper in there and move it around. Now, the cayenne pepper is your cardiovascular fruit. The cayenne pepper is actually a fruit, and it is the best cardiovascular fruit I know to mankind. Literally a teaspoon of cayenne pepper a day keep cardiac arrest away. So make sure that you're getting your cayenne peppers in. I love it. It's good. It's a blood purifier. It thins out the blood. It increases blood circulation. It's good for libido. It's good to rebuild your gut microbiome. It's good for the heart. It's good for the kidneys. I mean, cayenne pepper is good.
Yeah.
It's like, I call it nature's aspirin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people that have heart issues, they put them on aspirin, or if you feel like you're having an
Thank y'all for
onset of
y'all
cardiac
input. I
arrest coming on, they
appreciate
tell
it.
you to take
Badass and
aspirin
Zeta
minutes
Rose.
before. Same thing with cayenne pepper.
It
Work
is.
way
It's
faster.
so effective, and
Yeah.
it's natural, so
And
it's so
it's
much
a
better.
fat burner too.
Yeah.
Ginger as well. These things burn fat naturally as well. And that's why
Yeah.
it's good to do them in the rising before you start your daily activities and before you start eating. That way you already get your body into a metabolic fat burning mode.
Yeah, and you're right, because you know what? For a bit there, I was having a lot of cayenne pepper in my diet, and then I did a vitamin drip, and then they put a Band-Aid after, and then when they took it off, my arm was bleeding,
Yeah.
like how somebody I know who's on blood
Yeah,
thinners.
because it thins your blood.
And he was like, "Are you on blood thinners?" I was like, "No, I just been having a lot of cayenne lately."
Natural anticoagulants in it. What they're
Yeah.
called tannins. Yep.
It's awesome. Okay. So I will pour this for us. This
Yes.
looks really good.
Yes, I
I'm
can't
so
wait to
excited to
drink.
try
Me
it.
too. Me too.
I'm gonna pause this
The
right
cayenne
here
gonna give it
because
that kick.
you know,
Yeah.
they were saying that the cayenne is a natural anticoagulant. So this goes back to what me and Badass was telling y'all to check with your doctors when y'all making these lifestyle changes. Because if you're already on blood thinners, you don't want to use this cayenne in your drink, okay? You don't want to do that, okay? So make sure you're consulting with your doctor and doing your own research as well.
And the
It's that
green apples,
chlorophyll.
they're more low glycemic, right?
Yeah, so green apples low glycemic and they're more astringent. They have a lot. It's called malic acid. So malic acid is basically an acid that's inside of the apples, and that's what helps ferment.
I put it
so
in my tea
it helps
too,
you break down your food more, and it's very astringent. It's going to pull toxins out of the cells. And the good thing about apples is not only astringent, but they are toners and they strengthen. So they astringe the cells of toxins, they tone the cell, make sure the cell's integrity walls are good, the membranes.
Okay, so how much cayenne do you usually use?
I usually use literally a teaspoon.
Okay.
And sometimes it can be so overwhelming, we do a half a teaspoon. But I've been drinking it so much. It's gonna be a kick to those that haven't drunk it in a minute, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And like for a cleanse or a detox, this seems like a juice that's doable.
Yes, it is.
Because it's not like hardcore green juice.
Nope, it's not hardcore, and then it's very well blended. You're still getting your fruits in, you're still getting your vegetables in, and your citric acid in. It's very low on the glycemic index, so technically it still reached the standards of a ketogenic nutritional diet, because I have been in ketosis and checked my urine and was still urinating ketones out on this juice.
No way.
So yeah, so it still bring you in ketosis.
And do you think you'd be where you are today without juicing? Maybe.
I can honestly say nah. I can honestly say no, to be honest with you.
Well,
nah. Because the juices is what really cleansed my heart and my liver and everything in the beginning. Just I started off doing it wrong. That's all. And then this is what made me create the masterpieces, which is what we finna drink right now.
yeah, because you were just doing straight fruit juice for a while, right?
Yeah,
And then
straight
this.
apples. I went on the apple. So, one of my first teachers was Dr. Morse. So, he was high on the oranges. He put me on an orange fast. I seen God. I had the out of body experience. Then I went on the orange juice fast. He talked about the apple juice fast. So then I went on the apple juice fast. And I noticed that my sugar stayed so high all the time. And then when I started switching things up, and then I created this juice through just studying a bunch of stuff and putting it together, that's when I noticed that my sugar was lower and I was really experiencing a detoxification, but it wasn't so harsh, because you can go through harsh healing crisis. And you don't have a lot of those with these, unless you got a bunch of heavy metals in your blood, because this is going to pull them heavy metals from the tissue.
Yeah, I'm excited to try it. And so what first inspired you? Like, did somebody inspire you with the juicing?
Who inspired me with the juicing his name is John Rose.
Oh, okay.
Have you ever heard of John Rose?
Of course I have.
Man, he is a monster, man.
I gotta get him
love
on. Me
man.
too.
Man, John Rose is who inspired me with the juices. He talked about, and this is when y'all hear me say solid food vacation, I literally got that word from John Rose. And he talked about the solid food vacation and just going on juice. He like, look, not a water fast, not a regular diet, go on a juice fast. He said, do at least 3 months. And I said, I'm gonna do 4.
I love
So
it.
that's where I got it from. So shouts out to John Rose.
Okay, cheers. I'm so excited to try this.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I don't know about no 4 months water fast.
In Portland, Oregon,
I'm
people aren't afraid to
dedicated,
try things. Like
Yeah, nah. Nah, Yaki, nah. Let me see. How do I get this to go back? Hold on, y'all. Yeah, nah, Yaki, nah, Yaki. I ain't doing the 4 months. I'm not doing the 4 months. I'm sorry. All right, they back. They back. Let me put him back up. So that's the essentially the recipe for the juice. But he's gonna give y'all some more tidbit information that you need to know.
That's really good. That is amazing.
Yep, you
That's
can taste the
delicious.
sodium. You can taste the heat from the cayenne. You can taste the ginger. You can taste the astringent apples. It's amazing. And then what really balanced it out to me is the lemon mixed with the celery.
Wow, talk about a perfect
Yeah,
juice.
perfect. That's how y'all know I don't be making stuff up. This is it.
Okay, anything else you want to share on this juice? Or juicing or anything at all?
Juicing is amazing. Just know what you're doing and just really, really know your body and know how sensitive you are to insulin and sugars before you start juicing different fruits. And there's a difference between sugary fruits and low glycemic fruit, y'all. There's a difference. And I do not recommend you juicing over sugary fruits. For
Yeah,
instance,
for 4 months.
oranges
That's all he did.
and
He juiced.
grapes. And that's it. For
Yeah,
real.
because I saw my sugars. I tested it the other day and it was like 250, 260. I was
That's
like,
the
that
grape.
seems a bit too high. And it
That's
was
the grape.
really hard to get back down.
That's the
Welcome
grapes.
back,
So I walked
Jamie.
for an hour, like a speed walk, and it was still like out of range. I was
Yeah.
like, this is crazy.
So it's a book called The Grape Cure, and it talks about healing breast cancer through grapes. So, a lady had breast cancer, she healed it through grapes, and that's when I started my grape cleanse. And I noticed on my grape cleanse when I just did nothing but grapes, it did good for my body. But I remember I was already diabetic. When I got on them, it raised my A1C
Oh,
plus my
okay,
glucose, and it
GT.
stayed there for a very, very long time. And that's when I started telling people, "No, we can't juice the grapes. Let's start eating the grapes because when you eat the grapes, it'll take your blood sugar down. But if you juice them, it'll take your blood sugar up, showing you that there's something in the whole grape when you eat the whole grape that actually naturally combats hyperglycemia. But when you juice it, it's something that it promotes blood sugar to be high. And it's the skin of the grapes. The skin of the grapes have a high fiber content that helps balance out their sugar.
So you think it's okay? 'Cause I'm familiar with that Johanna Brandt's book.
Yes, Johanna Brand. Yes.
Yeah, and I've done a 30-day grape cleanse before. I think I did 30 days, 28 days, and I felt amazing. I was
it's
glowing.
amazing.
So you think that's okay if we eat
Oh,
them?
yes,
Even if
yes.
somebody has blood sugar issues?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I noticed people that have high blood sugar, if you put them on grapes with the skin, it'll take their blood sugar down. And we didn't help get rid of so many tumors on grape fast.
What
Yeah.
you mean,
So many of
Denzel?
them.
Do you?
Commercial?
I
don't
think
know
Dr.
what you
Moore
mean.
says that's the number one food for the lymphatic system,
for the
right? Do you
lymphatic.
think that is?
I think the number one food for the lymphatic system is, it'd be grape. It'd be grapes. Grapes, grapefruit. Yeah, any type of citric fruit, anything that's very, very pulling. Even though grapes taste sweet, they are astringent. These are very astringent properties inside the grapes. So yeah, and grapes full of tannins. It's full of tannins. And if you look at the chemical tannin compound, not only do it increase circulation and thins out the blood, but it's a puller and a detoxifier as well. So I agree with Dr. Morse on that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I was wondering. And talk about circulation. I can already feel inside my body. Like you can feel things circulating. It feels so healthy.
And it's super electrical too. So it will increase your electricity as well.
Okay. I love this. Okay. You guys have to try this. This is incredible. 10 out of 10. And thanks again for sharing.
Oh, always.
Okay, so that's y'all juice recipe. He said A1C earlier. He was just saying how when you test your A1C, when he was on one of these particular diets, that his A1C levels were still good. Your A1C level is just your average, what your blood sugar has been over the your average blood sugar over the past few months. So that's what the doctor checks and what determines if you are diabetic. Let's see. He said, I don't fast, juice, or diet. I've gone from 203 to 176, and it was easy. Thank God I don't have any elements. Oh, you don't have any. Yep. Get active, lower your sodium and sugar. Watch cholesterol intake. This is not doctor advice. Yep. Yep. Different paths to enlightenment, but there are easier paths, and it's not as hard as they will have us to think, y'all. It is not as hard. Okay, so we're gonna watch another video and we're gonna keep this ball rolling.
Then when you go to sleep, you see that? Because you're supposed to be asleep at 9, not really at 12. You're supposed to go to sleep at 9 if your body needs healing. I only sleep 4 hours a day. If you're healthy and you healed, you don't need to be charged for a long time. You can charge up real quick. See that? This phone can charge up real quick, so it don't need to be on the charge. I'm just going to take phone calls, so it's on there. That's the same thing as my cellular phone or my cellular structure that I call my bio body. I don't need to stay plugged in long to be recharged. I can sleep for 3 to 4 hours and I'm back up at it. You know what I'm saying? So then that shows you we finna get into the purpose of sleep too. But when you actually going to sleep, you getting into your REM sleeping. Sleep with a purpose, y'all. When you go to sleep, just don't go to sleep because you tired. Go to sleep with a specific job and duty to do when you're in a different realm. Well, let's quit calling it a dream state. There is no such thing as dreams. There's no such thing. You are traveling in a different plane of density. You have left this vehicle and you done picked up the Ferrari. You done picked up the AMG G-Wagon. You done picked up another vehicle that's way better than this vehicle. Notice in the dream, in your dream state, you don't, in this state, this car get wrecked, it get completed. You just got to get another one and you can't get it here on this realm. But when you REM sleeping, that's the purpose of sleep. Sleep is nothing but deep meditation. Never sleep. Real sleeping is this body, death of this cellular structure. You can't come back from that. When you're sleeping, you're literally in a meditating REM state, and you're doing this to charge the body and to get downloads from the etheric realm, or you're teaching yourself in the other realms, and you're bringing that intellect and them downloads back into this realm when serotonin is high in the sky, and now you can meditate and do your breath work properly. So when you go to sleep with a purpose. Go to sleep. When, like, for instance, when I go to sleep, I say, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm finna speak to the 24 elders. They finna give me all the knowledge, and this knowledge I'm gonna teach Instagram in the morning. And so I literally go to sleep breathing, doing my breath work, in through the nose, out through the mouth, expanding the diaphragm, seeing how far away from I am from my center. Once I center myself, I go to sleep, but I'm imagining, and guess what I'm imagining? I'm imagining me sitting at the feet of ancestors of 24 elders that are millions and millions of years old in the flesh, that sit under the mercy seat of Yahweh and his cosmic supreme beings that we're going to call the Council of Nine. And they just feeding me all this intellect. Then when I wake up, I be hella more smarter than heaven most smarter than I was before I went to sleep, because I went to sleep with purpose. Not only did I go to sleep to do a quick charge on my body, imagine myself being plugged into an incubator, imagine myself being plugged into the cosmic womb to charge my cellular structure, but I'm also traveling in my dreams. When you go to sleep thinking about dreaming or thinking about traveling, you actually travel. And then once you get all the muckety muck and the gunk out of your cellular structure and stop eating dairy products, your dreams be way more profound and detailed. It is things going on in these different realms, y'all. That's not a dream state. You're in a different body, in a different dimension of density that truly, truly exists. You're gathering information from that dream state and you're bringing it back over here into Earth. So dream is purposeful. You have to, sleep is purposeful. Just quit going to sleep because you're tired, and quit saying you're tired. Tired means to be weakened. That means you have been defeated. We have to watch our cosmic language, y'all. Y'all seen what languages does to plants and does to water. So don't do it to yourself, because you are a biological plant and you're made of nothing but water. You see that? So be purposeful when you sleep. When you're
Good information. Good information. Wow. So we got to be purposeful. It goes a little deeper than what we thought, y'all. Be purposeful with your sleep. So when you go to sleep, you got to have in our mind what we want to do. You want somebody. I've experienced that before, where I be thinking about something right before I go to sleep, and right before I go to sleep, whatever I was thinking about, I dream about it, or I imagine it, as he say. So yeah, great information. But as he said, yeah, it is harder for women to lose it than men. And yes, Sylvia, that is the those are the ingredients that we have. GT Badass is telling you, be careful on that fruit diet. It can give you the runs, causing dehydration. Yep, and make sure you're monitoring your blood sugar levels, because you don't want to be in elevated insulin, you know, um, And you don't want your blood sugar to be elevated because then that could cause other diseases in your body. You don't want that to happen. So make sure you're maintaining, checking your blood sugar pretty frequently. It says, I don't know anything about nutrition, but I have studied sports nutrition in school. Yep. She said, thanks for typing the ingredients, Sylvia. Yep. So I'm going to put them back up there for y'all. The ingredients to Dr. Yaki's green juice, Dr. Yaki green juice. There you have it in the chat. And just remember, make sure that you consult with your healthcare provider to make sure that um, you are not causing more harm than good to yourself. Let's see. Let me get to my next video. Y'all, I am winding down. I'm gonna share one more video with y'all, and then I'm gonna go take me a little break because I may have to do uh I got one more live to do tonight, and so I need to get me a little break, take me a nap before that one comes in. I'll be live streaming with Big Rooster tonight on TikTok, but before I live stream with him, I'll come on YouTube for an hour before that and play some tunes for those of you guys who are not on TikTok. Okay, so let me find a good video I can play for y'all. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I think I did this one already. Let me see. Oh yeah, I posted that one already. I'm not gonna. Let's see. Trying to find a good one that we could end the live with. Mm, we'll do one more since we've been on Dr. Yaki. We'll do Dr. Yaki again. One more Dr. Yaki video. And then I'm gonna let y'all go. I feel myself draining. I need to lay down. Take a break. All right, so here's the last video we got. Let me see, check to see if y'all said anything in the chat that I need to address. Um, Minister Terry says REM sleep is rapid eye movement sleep. Yep, that is correct. Badass says, I love these conversations. Me too, me too. We got that in common, Badass. Got a lot in common. He said, I'm going to tell y'all one thing my go to foods is pinto beans, tacos when I don't eat meat. Delicious. I love pinto beans. Oh, man. I love pinto beans. Oh, you didn't have apples in there, Sylvia? I thought I saw apples in there. Let me look back. I thought I saw apples on your list. You had, no, you didn't have the green apples on there. So In addition to what she typed earlier, make sure y'all add them green apples into the recipe. That and the green apples. All right, so here goes the last video. And then I'm gonna let y'all roll out.
Berries, 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 berries. And as far as the herb, plantain leaf. Plantain leaf is amazing for pulling and tugging. It's one of the most astringent herbs in North America. It's very, very astringent, and it will actually pull all the toxemia out of the thymus gland. And the best way to cleanse the thymus gland is by cleansing the heart. Bugleweed will cleanse the heart. Hawthorn berry will cleanse the heart. Hawthorn leaf will cleanse the heart. The Barbus family, what you would call burdock root, will cleanse the heart and cleanse the blood. Yellow dock root will cleanse the heart and cleanse the blood. Dandelion leaf and root will cleanse the heart, cleanse the blood, and cleanse the liver. These are the things you need to be taking, either if you do them in capsule form or as you take them as teas, but this will cleanse the actual thymus gland and cleanse the heart and cleanse the blood and multiple other organs. And the good thing about the Barb's family, these herbs I just mentioned, is they tone up the cells, they strengthen the integrity of the cells, and they detoxify the cells simultaneously. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Berries, 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 berries. And as far as the
Let that
herb,
go again.
plantain leaf. Plantain leaf is amazing for pulling and tugging. It's one of the most astringent herbs in North America. It's very, very astringent, and it will actually pull all the toxemia out of the thymus gland. And the best way to cleanse the thymus gland is by cleansing the heart. Bugleweed will cleanse the heart. Hawthorn berry will cleanse the heart. Hawthorn leaf will cleanse the heart. The Barbus family, what you would call burdock root, will cleanse the heart and cleanse the blood. Yellow dock root will cleanse the heart and cleanse the blood. Dandelion leaf and root will cleanse the heart, cleanse the blood, and cleanse the liver. These are the things you need to be taking, either if you do them in capsule form or as you take them as teas, but this will cleanse the actual thymus gland and cleanse the heart and cleanse the blood and multiple other organs. And the good thing about the Barb's family, these herbs I just mentioned, is they tone up the cells, they strengthen the integrity of the cells, and they detoxify the cells simultaneously. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
So y'all, we got some good information here today. Some real good information. A lot to go ahead and add to our arsenal. We got a green juice recipe. Sylvia says she's gonna try it tomorrow. And Mr. Terry said he found apples to be great for headaches, abdominal reducing, also reducing ocular nerve pressure in your eye. He said he had a traumatic brain injury and two corneal transplant surgeries. Yep. And yes, badass, we are heathens. He said, one thing I never hear is what unclogs arteries. That's the real question. That's why I don't follow the info. I think he does have uh, I don't know if he mentioned it in that video with the green juice he was talking about, but he suffered with hypertension, which is due to clogged arteries, and he had scar tissue as well. So uh, that green juice will help with that. It will help with that because all your clogged arteries is just a buildup of plaque in your blood vessels, and you just need something to basically dissolve that. So for him, with him having that, and the buildup of plaque, and then the cholesterol, like Sylvia says, the cholesterol in your the fatty cholesterol that's actually in your blood, that green juice will help with unclogging your arteries. So I know I ran across the video where he talked about that specifically. I have to find it and for next time and show it to you. But that green juice will help. Can you blend these ingredients instead of juicing them? The ones for the juice that you talk about, can you blend them? I mean, Blend them and like you talking about like using them as a seasoning, or what would you do in a blender with those juices? With them, cut them up and put them in food. I think that's what you're asking. In a blender instead of a juicer. Yeah, I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Because, like he said in the video, um, well, I don't know if he said it in that video, but it is better to it's better to eat your food in its natural state than to break it down. Juicing is good, but it's not something that you want to do all the time. It's just juicing is done for a small period of time, and then you go back to eating things in a natural state. So you can juice it or you can eat it regular. PIA, you can do that. She said, I don't have a juicer. Oh, okay. Oh, so you want to blend, yeah, blend it to eat it. Because blenders kind of work like juices. It just don't make it as thin. So you still get a liquid. And you might have to end up, it'll be a little chunky. Yeah, I would suggest probably use it as a seasoning because I don't, it'll be chunky putting it in a blender. It'll definitely be chunky. Okay. Hey, welcome back, Deborah Garrett. Welcome back, Deborah Garrett. So that's all I had. Reminder viewers and subbers, please place. Oh, Mr. Terry giving y'all announcements. You would have to add a liquid to the blender, maybe coconut water, yeah, because it's going to be thick and chunky. Yep, it's gonna be thick and chunky. If you don't have a blender, what I would just recommend that you do, you just cut it up and use it as seasonings in your food. If you can't blend it, that's what I would do. Cause in the blender, it's gonna give you a real thick juice. But that's all I have for y'all today. Well, that's not all, but that's how far I'm gonna go today. I'm going to lay down, give me a little rest before I move on to the next task. But I thank y'all for being with me today and hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a enjoy the rest of your Friday, and I will see y'all in these social media streets. PIA, pause, 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 girl, pause. I will see y'all in these social media streets. Peace, love, and blessings, everyone. See y'all later.